Hello, welcome to Bible Bedtime. My name is Dana and I am your host. I'm so grateful that you're here. I hope that as you are snuggling into bed that it is at the end of a happy and busy day. Or that it's the end of a day where you got to relax, maybe do the things that you enjoy doing. But no matter what kind of day you've had, here at Bible Bedtime, it is my calling to read to you from the Bible in a soft voice that allows you to let go of the day and fall into heavenly peace and sleep. This is season 3. It's the 3rd episode of season 3. And I am going to read from Leviticus 3. Often on Bible Bedtime, I will mention a city or a state, an area, a nation, where we have listeners. Tonight, I'd like to do something different. On Acast, which is the platform I use to distribute Bible Bedtime, it shows me where listeners are in terms of their geographic region. And knowing that we have had listeners on every continent is so humbling. But there are a few places where people have not listened to Bible Bedtime. One of those places on the map of podcast listeners is an area called the Western Sahara. Now, the reason perhaps that this area does not show any listeners is that this is a disputed territory. There are many other nations who lay claim to Western Sahara. It is a war-torn area with about 500,000 souls that live there. Bible Bedtime has not had any listeners from Western Sahara. And I would like to invite you to join me in remembering those people, our brothers and sisters in Western Sahara, and praying for them. They live on the western coast of Africa. Morocco and Western Sahara are south of Spain, which throughout history has laid claim to that area of Western Africa. And we know that there's been a lot of disruption, a lot of war, crisis, and despair. And what a feeling it is to know that you and I do not have to waste a single moment to pray for our brothers and sisters there. As you go through your day when you enter your prayer time. How lovely to spend a few moments considering Western Sahara and praying for the peace of its citizens. Just as I pray for you and your peace, now it's time to settle down. Snuggle into your bed, get your covers just right, and as is our habit, let's take 3 deep breaths. One, and 2, 3. Nice. Leviticus 3. If someone's offering is a fellowship offering, and he offers an animal from the herd, whether male or female, he is to present before the Lord an animal without defect. He is to lay his hand on the head of his offering and slaughter it at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle the blood against the altar on all sides. From the fellowship offering, he is to bring a sacrifice made to the Lord by fire. All the fat that covers the inner parts, or is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the covering of the liver, which he will remove with the kidneys. Then Aaron's sons are to burn it on the altar, on top of the burnt offering that is on the burning wood, as an offering made by fire, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. If he offers an animal from the flock as a fellowship offering to the Lord, he is to offer a male or female without defect. If he offers a lamb, he is to present it before the Lord. He is to lay his hand on the head of his offering and slaughter it in front of the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons shall sprinkle its blood against the altar on all sides. From the fellowship offering, he is to bring a sacrifice made to the Lord by fire. Its fat, the entire fat tail cut off close to the backbone, all the fat that covers the inner parts or is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the covering of the liver, which he will remove with the kidneys. The priest shall burn them on the altar as food, an offering made to the Lord by fire. If his offering is a goat, he is to present it before the Lord. He is to lay his hand on its head and slaughter it in front of the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons shall sprinkle its blood against the altar on all sides. From what he offers, he is to make this offering to the Lord by fire. All the fat that covers the inner parts or is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the covering of the liver, which he will remove with the kidneys. The priest shall burn them on the altar as food, an offering made by fire. a pleasing aroma. All the fat is the Lord's. This is a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. Wherever you live, you must not eat any fat or any blood. Tonight I will read a passage from Proverbs. I'm in the first chapter of Proverbs, and I'll be reading verses 20 through 33. Wisdom calls aloud in the street. She raises her voice in the public squares. At the head of the noisy streets, she cries out. In the gateways of the city, she makes her speech. How long will you simple ones love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery, and fools hate knowledge? If you had responded to my rebuke, I would have poured out my heart to you and made my thoughts known to you. But since you rejected me when I called, and no one gave heed when I stretched out my hand, since you ignored all my advice and would not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh at your disaster. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you, then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, since they would not accept my advice and spurned my rebuke. They will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear of harm. The Lord's Prayer is found in Matthew 6. Now, many of us who worship add a little to the end of this prayer, which isn't actually in the Bible, but it brings peace and brings us closer to God. And so I will say that part at the end of the prayer. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.